You know that feeling when something happens right in front of you and your brain just refuses to process it? Like it doesn't fit inside any logical box you have. So you just stand there, frozen, replaying it, trying to figure out if what you witnessed was actually real. That's exactly where I was. And I know how this sounds before I even say it. I know some of you are already thinking, okay, another emotional dog story. Another owner reading too much into things. But stay with me. Because by the end of this video, you're going to look at your dog completely differently. And if you have a baby at home, or you're expecting one, this might be the most important video you watch this year. Let's get into it. So here's the setup. Our Frenchie, Milo, had been with us for 3 years before our daughter arrived. 3 years of being completely spoiled, sleeping wherever he wanted, following me to the bathroom like it was his job. Demanding belly rubs at 2 a.m. like that was completely normal. When we brought the baby home, we had the usual nerves. Would he be jealous? Would he get too rough? Would he feel replaced? What we were not prepared for, not even close, was what Milo actually did. The first 2 weeks were smooth. He sniffed around the crib. He followed us whenever we carried her. We thought, okay, he's just adjusting. Normal dog behavior. Then something shifted. It was a Tuesday night. Our daughter was about 3 weeks old. She'd been fed. She'd been changed. Everything seemed fine. We put her down and went to the living room. Milo didn't come with us. Now listen. This dog follows me to the kitchen for no reason. He has anxiety if I leave the room without warning. So when he stayed back, I noticed. But I thought, okay, he just wants to be near the crib. Sweet. Fine. Then he started whining. Not loud, not aggressive. Just this low, soft, confused whine. Like he was trying to communicate something but didn't have the words for it. My wife said, he probably just wants attention. I agreed. We ignored it. He kept going. 5 minutes, 10 minutes. The whining didn't stop. It got more urgent. He came to the doorway, looked directly at me, then turned and walked back toward the nursery. He did this 3 times, and I almost didn't move. I almost just called him over and told him to relax. But that 3rd time, the way he looked at me, eyes locked onto mine, and there was something in them I'd never seen before. It wasn't anxiety, it wasn't neediness, it was urgency. I got up. When I walked into the nursery, my daughter was in her crib. She looked fine at first glance, but she was making this tiny, strained sound. Not quite a cry. More like she was trying to cry but couldn't get enough air to do it properly. Her face had gone slightly pale. I picked her up immediately. Called my wife. We rushed to the emergency room. The doctors told us she had developed a breathing complication, a condition that newborns can sometimes experience that doesn't always show obvious symptoms right away. She wasn't in critical danger at that point, but if we had waited another hour, the situation would have become significantly more serious. She was fine. She's 2 years old now, and she runs around like she owns the house. But here's what I keep coming back to. We were 10 feet away. We heard nothing. We noticed nothing. Milo did. Now, I'm not here to make this supernatural. I'm not here to tell you your dog is a superhero. But what happened that night made me go deep into understanding what dogs actually sense, what they're actually capable of, that most owners completely underestimate, and what I found changed how I see Milo forever. So let me break this down, because there are real, documented reasons your dog may already be reading your baby, your family, in ways you are completely missing. Pay attention. This one matters. Number 1. Your dog's nose is reading biological data you can't even imagine. Here's the truth. A dog's nose contains up to 300 million olfactory receptors. Humans have about 6 million. That's not a small gap. That's a completely different sensory world. When a body is in distress, Even mild distress, it produces specific chemical compounds, stress hormones, metabolic shifts, tiny changes in breath composition that are completely invisible to us. To a dog, those shifts are loud. This is the same reason dogs detect seizures before they happen. The same reason they're used in hospitals to identify certain cancers. Their nose isn't just smelling. It's reading biological information that our best medical equipment is still trying to catch up to. When Milo was whining in that nursery, he wasn't confused. He wasn't anxious. He was responding to something real, something he registered clearly, something we were completely blind to. That's not magic. That's biology. And it's happening in your home right now, whether you recognize it or not.
Number 3. Protective bonding is not random. It gets specifically triggered by vulnerability. Here's something most new parents completely miss. When you bring a newborn home, from your dog's perspective, you haven't just added a new person. You've introduced a vulnerable pack member who cannot protect itself, cannot communicate clearly, and needs constant monitoring. For certain dogs, especially breeds with strong emotional attachment instincts, that vulnerability doesn't trigger jealousy, it triggers protection. Frenchies specifically are known for forming intense bonds with the people they consider their family. They don't just love you, they monitor you, they track your patterns, they notice when something is off. Milo wasn't acting needy that night. He identified a vulnerable pack member in distress, and he came to alert the adults. He did his job. We almost didn't let him. Number 4. Most owners miss every single warning sign their dog gives them. This is the one I think about most. Milo gave me every sign, clear signs. He stayed back when he always follows. He whined softly instead of loudly. He came to the doorway. He looked directly at me. He walked back toward the nursery and repeated the whole thing 3 times. I almost ignored all of it. And I think about how many pet owners write these moments off every single day. We call it neediness. We call it quirky dog behavior. We decide in our minds that they don't understand. They can't know. They're just animals reacting randomly. That assumption is expensive. If your dog is behaving unusually around your baby, staying near the crib longer than normal, making unfamiliar sounds, following you with unusual intensity, refusing to settle when everything seems fine, don't dismiss it. Go check. It takes 30 seconds. The downside of being wrong is nothing. The downside of not checking is something I don't want to.
Number 3. Protective bonding is not random. It gets specifically triggered by vulnerability. Here's something most new parents